my name's Grandad. Hello everyone and welcome back. If you'd have watched the previous vlog when we did the kitchen bases and carcasses for the kitchen, we've made all these are not doors, they're all actually drawers, so they're all going to be pull out drawers. So the next job is we're going to make all the fronts for these cabinets. So there's quite a few. I think there's about 12 in there in the total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got the bread bin, the saucepans, the plates, the knife and fork drawer,
And then
the
that's a laundry
laundry bag.
basket.
I've took the laundry bag out because Grandad's socks now.
Smell.
The bins.
The bins in there. This is Hayley's cleaning cupboard.
Yeah. We share that one. And then food ones.
These are just food ones, and they're just recessed back.
And that's food one.
Food one as well.
Okay. Let's get to it then, Grandad.
Go on then.
It's actually going to be nice that we're working together now. After we've been
Yeah. Yeah.
after doing lots of jobs separate.
Yeah. So it's back in the workshop now to make a start.
Another gadget we've made up.
Another gadget.
Another.
Another gadget.
Would you call this a jig? I suppose it is.
Yeah, another jig.
Just another way to hold the wood and do the router in.
So we'll just take a little bit to start off with.
We've already cut all the, well, Ada's already cut all the
Rails and stuff.
the rails to the size that they need to be. So you've ripped down the actual wide boards, haven't you? And then
Yeah, this sort of stuff here. Yeah, these wide boards here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had one that was wider.
Yeah, so
And this is tulip wood, popular.
Popular,
Poplar.
not popular.
Yeah,
Popular.
it's popular. So we're
Right.
giving it a go.
Give this a go and see what happens.
We've got 12 of them to do. They're all the measurements. So we made a stop to go at the end, but on these shorter ones we're just bringing that stop down. It still works, but you have to just clamp it and hold it a little bit more. And that will stop the router going up too far. the same as this one, where that's slotted in. Slots in, and it's got a stop there, so the router can't go up any further.
Yeah, that's okay. Yep.
On the last one, we
That one goes over a bit.
yeah, so some of them are slightly 1 mil,
Yeah.
1 mil difference, so we've stuck this spacer there rather than make a new stopper every time.
There are notches on the router so you can set the height for the depth you need and stuff, but found it more accurate if we just put the piece of ply and the 12mm ply and then gauged it from the edge of the blade. It seemed to work out more accurate to get that depth, the right thickness, didn't it?
Yeah. So the frame of the doors is 18mm, and the ply that we're putting in the middle is 12mm. And we're doing them flush because they're like ours aren't a door really, they're a drawer front. And they'll be stuck onto or screwed onto the fronts of the drawers that we've made, so that's why it's flush rather than a
Rebate.
yeah, they're called something else, aren't they?
Yeah.
So this is so we've done a rebate, and it'll come to me in a minute what the word is.
Rather than take a groove out there and then slot the ply into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've got a frame and the router is done, we've been messing about with different joints. Yeah, joints in wood. And we didn't know what joint to use, and the easiest one for us, not being experienced in making joints, so we've gone for dowels.
Dowels.
Yeah, a couple of dowels in each corner. We tried biscuits and we tried a couple of fancy joints, but yeah.
For us, it's going to be dowels, isn't it?
Yeah, for how many we've got to make, we're doing dowels.
Dowels.
So we took the ply outside to cut because sun's going down and forecast is bad tomorrow. So we want to try and get all the pieces cut so we can work inside. That's Mark on his roof. His boat's being put back in the water tomorrow, so he's trying to get everything sorted out and put away.
the width of it. 163.
Yeah.
What's that?
So it's length, width ways 292.
What's that there? 300.
We need 183.
Go up. Oh yeah. So
It's got to keep the grain.
Oh, keep the face. So what's that?
292. And then 183.
Sense will be down, but yeah, close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So as predicted, it has really poured down the rain today. Hasn't stopped. Poor Mark's having his boat put in the water today, so it's all got to be done in the rain. But we're going to walk down and see him off, and hopefully, if the weather's better tomorrow, we're going on a little cruise on his boat, only for half an hour while we're having our lunch and that. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the weather is a little bit better.
we're using pieces of wood to mark out for where the dowels are going to be drilled out in the ends of the wood. Because the wood's 18mm, we've just got a piece of 9mm ply and then laid that on the deck and then placed the rails and stiles against that. And so when we draw a line through there, it gives you sort of the centre line of being like half of 18 9mm. And then on the ends, because there's going to be two dowels, we want to obviously get the dowels in the same place on each piece. So same thing again, we're using a 9mm piece first and then a small block of wood to sit on top of that. So on each piece of on each stile and rail, we're going to use this same method, so it sort of standardises where you're going to drill the holes out for the dowels.
So hopefully
with a bit of accurate drilling, everything will line up.
And we've had lots of little practices.
As you can see.
So we've now become very competitive with our joints, and we're having a competition. I'm a little bit
Random. Yeah.
No, we've routed.
Say what you mean, then.
We've routed the piece a little bit too far up, so there's a little edge. So when my joint joins together, it looks like it's not right on that inside edge, but that's because the routering was a little bit further up. And this one's Grandad's. And so, whose joint is the best?
Go on, Galley.
See, yours only looks better because.
Go on then.
Because you haven't got the. You haven't. We've routed that bit out exactly right there, look.
Look.
But yeah.
Leave a comment below.
Who's best? So we're sanding all the edges of the ply as well as the tulip wood, and I'm doing the inside edge and then the ends where they butt up and join.
With the dowel, where the dowels are.
Yeah, where the dowels are. So we get like a grooved, smoothed edge as where the joints go in. So it's rather than the joint looking like it's completely butted up and you can't see a joint, we want it to look like there's a joint there. So
just using my Erbauer 3000 sanding jig. Basically my sander stuck in the vice, isn't it?
It works though.
It does work.
As long as you don't press too hard, because otherwise it just came to a halt.
Yeah.
That's the word. But yeah, it done it quicker than by hand. So while you're watching us put these the frames together, just a quickie about us launching. Now I know a lot of you are really waiting for us to launch. So same as us, we are as well.
Bugger off.
Yeah, especially the kids as well.
Yeah.
They keep asking. We've asked if we can go in the water the one of the days, the first week of October, but we don't know what day yet, do we? It hasn't been confirmed yet. It hasn't been confirmed. No. Because we've asked them if we can sit in the slings for a little while, just for us to make sure the boat is all right, because it's never been on the water before and stuff. I know everyone else just goes in and not worry about it, and we'll probably not be worried about it once we're in. But at the moment, we've asked if we can sort of like be last ones in of the day and sit there on the slings before they can release us. Yeah. So we don't know what day that can be. They've got to work it around everything else that's being launched. So we should get a date, but it could be that they just decide, right, you can go in today.
Yes.
We don't know.
We don't know, but if we do get a date and there's time to tell everybody, we will do.
Yeah, but we are aiming that first week of October. So from now, at each stage, we're trying to make sure that everything is kept square. And so just from the frame, and then when we add the ply, keep checking it again. So it's continuously pushed to make it stay square.
Just be easier when we try and get the unit, put the fronts on and mount it onto the cupboards.
Well, once that glue is dried, if we haven't got it square,
we might have a bit of problem.
Yeah, we'll be having to trim the edges or something. Which
we try to avoid, obviously.
Yeah. So a couple of them we had to sort of like slightly push from corner to corner, but they've all gone square really. What number is it?
Number 9.
It's the paper. I think that's a drawer.
Yeah, the knife and fork, the bottom.
Yeah, the next one are plates. So whatever.
It's either that side or that side of the top. Does it matter?
Don't think it matters on that one. It's whatever one looks best here, because whatever be shown. But they both look about the same. Perhaps this
is the top. And that can be the bottom.
Yeah, because that's got a...
Okay, just depends on where I put these, that's all, isn't it?
We're stapling them as well, mainly around the edges that are going to be attached to a drawer front, so you won't see them staples. A couple we've put extra that we will take out again, but just to hold it in place while the glue dries. And this is what I meant about why we sanded it, so we'd actually see an open joint there. So we're thinking best way of being able to just see how they fit on, and we've come up with carpet tape, double-sided tape, and we'll see
if it works.
Yeah, stick them on and then
anyway, to try it.
Yeah,
give it a go.
Then we can alter them if there's any problems.
I think we should do with which way around, because we need to get that gap right there, don't we? So do we start at the bottom and then work our way up?
Yeah, I think do that.
So we'll start with the pan drawer then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do this.
Stick it on the cupboard.
Yeah, I'm going to stick it on there, yeah.
Oh, stick it on there. Yeah.
How much?
I don't know how good sticky it is.
No. Let's just give it a go anyway. Might not work. Plus I can't see what I'm doing.
You've got an upside and a downside on that. So the staples on the back. Yeah.
That's upside. What little gap we're left at the bottom, can you?
No, it was flush, I think.
Was it? Okay.
I don't think that's going to stick on. So it's not touching it.
No. Okay, so we scrapped the tape idea because it was rubbish.
Yeah, it weren't strong enough.
So we've gone for a bit of butyl tape. So we can just to see if it's sitting in the right place, isn't it?
Yeah. So this one's got to sit level with the top of that red bin.
It's got to be away from that side as well.
Yeah. So just get the right gap between the two drawers. The offcuts that we cut off the Venetian blinds have come in really handy for doing this job because they're 2mm thick. We want a 2mm gap around each of the cupboards, so they've worked really well between the cupboards, the doors. But on the bottom we've broken in pieces and piled them up and hooked them on different things, either the drawer from underneath or the toolbox, but just to try and hold everything in place while we see if it's all going to fit.
Should we try it? This butyl tape is just being used just to see if all the fronts line up when they're all in place, so I can just attach each one singularly and then just put the little spaces in, set the gaps, work my way across the front of the kitchen just to make sure everything lines up, and then once we know that everything's lined up and we haven't got to trim any of these back, we can then work out how we're going to attach them to the fronts.
So the idea that we've got is that we put the panel up to the drawer and put a couple of panel pins in that will be hidden, that will be behind where the handle's going to go, and then we can pull the drawer out and screw it from the back fully, Unless anyone else has got a better suggestion of how to attach them, but that's, I think, the way we're going at the moment. Also, the fridge just needs to be realigned. You'll see that the fridge looks like it's tilted backwards. It is. It just needs to be put leveled. Yeah. Pleased with them, Grandad?
Sure, yeah.
So I think we'll leave that video there today.
Yeah. We're not going to get anything else completed.
And wait till we've got all the rest of the wood cut before we paint these. It's going to be too dusty.
At least we know they fit.
Yeah, we know they fit. They just need sanding on the edges.
Yeah.
And we've got to go and find the handles and buy some handle. This is a great day to do this.
It's funny how the weather changes so radically.
So this is the junction where the River Soar meets the River Trent, and up here on the right is Andy and Katrina, who are making our fenders, and so you'll get to meet him perhaps in next week's vlog when he comes to fit our stern and bow fenders on. It's been very relaxing sitting here on the bow on my own. Grandad's up at the tiller with Mark, and we're now turning round and heading back to Red Hill Marina. But in a few weeks it'll be us coming up here. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it will be.